Hello, welcome to the channel. Today we're going to be reviewing the Richa Infinity Pro 2 jacket and the matching Collarado trousers. But before we do, roll the credits. Okay, welcome back. I'm just going to give a brief run through for you the differences between a drop liner jacket and a laminate jacket. A drop liner jacket is basically a semi-waterproof outer shell that has another garment either zipped in inside it or sewn in inside it with a gap in between the outer and the inner, and the inner garment is the actual waterproof membrane that stops water getting through the jacket into the body and your clothes underneath. Now basically how this works is the outer shell eventually becomes waterlogged and it does penetrate through, but because you've got the drop liner inside, it does prevent any water getting in and making you cold and wet. However, the downside with that is when riding in prolonged rain, the jackets do become very heavy, very damp. They take a long time to dry after, and they can become quite cold after long hours on the bike once the outer shell has got waterlogged. So what is laminate? Laminate is a new technology, and basically it is a fabric where the outer shell has the waterproof layer actually laminated onto it, so it's sort of bonded to the outer shell, so it doesn't allow the outer shell to become waterlogged. The water hits the outer shell and just shears off. It's far better in my point of view for long days in the saddle when you're riding in rain and inclement weather. The only problem is with laminate, they are very, very expensive to buy. You know, you're looking at the top of the range. When you look at the Ruck and Navale, you're looking at around £2,000 for a suit. However, recently other brands have been trying to bring the price down. Now the problem is with some of these brands, I don't really trust their remarks when they say their claims, when they say that their kit is 100% waterproof. For example, Oxford have a laminated jacket out and it's quite reasonably priced. However, would I trust Oxford with their claims? Most probably not. However, Richa have just brought out this suit, which is the Infinity Pro 2, and Richa have a good history of making very, very good waterproof motorcycle clothing for a reasonable price, and they also have a Gore-Tex license, so I believe. So I was more inclined to trust their statements, and I was more inclined to perhaps go out and try one of their suits. So that's what I've done. And this is the jacket I'm wearing now. It's a black laminated jacket. It's very comfortable. One thing I will say, they are sized very, very small. So if you're a large, then order an XL. If you're an XL, order a 2XL. The jacket itself, compared to a drop liner, it's slightly stiffer. It feels, I wouldn't say it's uncomfy, but you can tell that the jacket is made of a stiffer material and it's a stiffer construction. However, it does feel very high quality. I'm going to talk you through the features and we'll get some close-up shots of the jacket. Okay, so looking at the jacket seems to be made of two different types of material. You've got a material on the main body and on the inside and the outside of the arms, and then across the top of the shoulder it looks like some kind of super tough nylon padding. Same on the contact areas. If you were to come off, it's like some super tough textile. I don't know what kind of material it is. On the elbows you have the flex panels to make bending the arm more comfortable. Throughout the jacket you have these very subdued reflection strips, and I like that because in the daytime they don't really reflect that much, so they don't stand out. However, at night they really do light up for safety purposes. The inside of the collar A lot of jackets nowadays have this like suede material on the inside of the collar. I'm not a big fan of it. It is very comfortable when it's dry. However, once that suede gets wet, it really does hold the water and it's cold and damp against your skin. However, this one doesn't have that. This just has like the same material that's on the outside. It's very soft. It's almost like a neoprene. It's very nice, very soft, very comfortable. You have a little hook so that if you want some air in summer, you can bring that back and you can hook that open, which is a nice feature because it stops it flapping about in the wind and being irritating as you drive along. Normal press stud with Velcro for double security when you do fasten in the winter time, and there is a little stretch panel here as well, which also aids when actually lifting the flap up to connect the press stud. One of the features with a laminate jacket is that the airflow is a lot better, because when you open this zip for the airflow goes direct against your body. There's no drop liner insert inside to trap the air away from your body. So with all laminates, the cooling is a lot better as long as you have plenty of air vents. At the top you've got like a rubber housing that just covers the top of the zip and helps to aid with waterproofness. On the arms you have two Velcro straps which enable you to cinch and pull in the arm around your limb, so that, you know, if you've got thin arms, it's not going to be flapping and baggy and just irritating while you're riding along. You can get the perfect fit for whatever shape your arm is just by pulling these Velcro straps. Again, we have more venting on the arms, again with a rubber storm seal over the side. We have a Velcro tab on the cuff for pulling the cuff tight around gloves, and you can also extend the diameter of the cuff to get gloves underneath. One thing I will say about this jacket, what I'm not a big fan of, the cuffs, the diameter of the cuff is extremely narrow. I really struggle to get my gloves underneath this cuff. So I would prefer to have a little bit more play so that you can get the gloves actually inside your cuff. All the zips have the little toggles on to aid pulling the zips up and down when you've got gloves on. A nice little touch, nice and thought out. There is D30 armour both in the shoulders and in the elbows, and there inside the jacket there is also a pouch to put a chest protector in, and on the back there is a back protector. Now the inserts come for the shoulders, the elbows and the back, but to get the insert for the chest, that is an extra. You would have to pay for that, but all the other inserts do come with the jacket. At the bottom of the jacket we have two velcroed and press studded pockets with storm flaps on. Very good, very nice, quite big as well, you get plenty in there. And also at the waist we have more velcro straps so that you can cinch in at the waist and get the jacket to fit you in the perfect fit for your body style. And also on the hips, again just the same, we have a tab on velcro so that we can pull it tight around our hips and get the perfect fit. On the inside of the zip we have velcro fasteners with a storm flap, so the storm flap totally covers the zip and then it's doubled back on itself, and then you've got a further storm flap that goes over and then velcros down to keep all the water away from the zip. Looking inside the jacket, the zip is of a high quality. Inside there is what looks like to be a very cheap thermal liner. I suppose that really because of the price of this jacket they do have to cut quality somewhere, and I think it's the liner that they've cut. I can't see that keeping you very warm. However, when I ride in the winter time, I always wear a down jacket anyway, and I always zip these out because they are pretty useless. You also have a foam pocket with a nice velcro flap on and a little rubber tab, and there is also an inside pocket on the left side on the breast on the inside. Okay, on the back of the jacket, we have some nice detailing on the back of the collar. It's like a rubber label, and we also have the R for the Richa brand mark on the top of the shoulders. Down the sides again, more reflective material, nice safety issue, and we also have an exhaust vent for venting in hot weather. We have the Richa logo again in reflective writing on the back of the storm flap, and underneath the storm flap we have a rear pocket putting your knickknacks in there, whatever you require. Okay, now we come on to the trousers. Now don't ask me why, but the trousers have a different name to the jacket. The trousers are actually called the Collarado. I have no idea why they've changed the name, but this is the actual trousers to the jacket. It is a suit, just that the jacket and the trouser have two different names. Around the waist we have Velcro straps, which works just like a belt so that you can tighten the trousers up against your waist. The fasteners on the front of the trouser are a hook and eyelet plus a press stud, and we also have a fly zip with a storm flap behind to stop any water ingress getting into the trousers. We have two pockets either side on the front, again with a storm flap and also waterproof zips. And I have to say that throughout this garment the zips are very high quality. They feel substantial, they don't feel cheap in any way, and all the storm flaps are like doubled over, or they've actually got a rubber coating underneath so that they feel very substantial and they're going to keep the rain out. Detailing, there are little bits of detailing here and there down the side here, and these run diagonally right across the leg, and that is an air vent, which is very, very good. There aren't many trousers that have it in that location and at that length, and I can imagine that these will offer a really good venting in summer. Moving up the trouser, we come to the knees. Again, we have the stretch panel to aid in bending of the knee. Again, on all the impact areas we have this like super tough material, which I imagine is increased abrasion resistance for if you have it off. Again, more of the detailing that reflects at night, and what I really like about it, in the daytime it's really subdued and it doesn't reflect too bad at all. On the inside of the ankle there is extra padding, extra material, so that as your ankles are rubbing against the side of the bike, it gives extra protection. On the bottom we have the obligatory zip. I think all textile trousers have this feature now, so that you can just extend the width, the diameter of the bottom of the leg, so it makes it easy to get on and off over boots. And then at the bottom we also have the Velcro strap, so that once you've got it on you can pull it tight around your boots and keep the water out. In the knees there are D30 inserts to help protect your knees in the off, and at the sides there are also D30 hip protectors. However, they don't come as standard, they are an extra. You have to buy those if you want them. On the back, on the seating area, there are non-slip pads, so that if you've got a bike where you've got a really slidey seat, or a bike bit where the seat is angled slightly forward, that's going to aid to stop you sliding around. And also it's very padded. If you've ever worn cycle shorts with padding in, that's what these feel like when you sit on the bike. I couldn't believe it. When I first put them on, it felt really weird. I had to check I hadn't left no packaging in there. But no, it's very padded in the seat area, and they make for a very, very comfortable ride once you're actually sitting on the bike. At the back again, we've got the Richa logo and reflective lettering. We've got the stretch panel, and we've also got a zip so that you can zip the back of the trouser into the jacket. All in all, the material feels just the same as the jacket. It does feel quite stiff, stiffer than a normal textile suit would, but it's not to the extent that it's uncomfortable. This suit is a 2-layer laminate. I mentioned the Rucker Navale, those kind of suits, the real top end ones are 3-layer laminate, and I believe they are very stiff and could be quite uncomfortable to wear. But the 2-layer, it's a good compromise. It gives good waterproofness, and it's not too uncomfortable to ride. Okay, so just to summarise, what a fantastic suit. You can tell that this suit has been designed by people who ride motorbikes. When you're actually sitting on the motorcycle, it's just amazing. You know, you often get suits that fit you while you're standing up, walking around. They look good off the bike, but as soon as you sit down, they get uncomfortable. You know, the collar's sticking in your neck, or they're tight around your shoulders or around your waist, or the knee armour doesn't fit right. However, with this suit, it's actually more comfortable when you're actually sitting or riding the bike than it is walking around. That's not to say that it's uncomfortable when you're standing and walking around, it is, but it's a suit that just really, really works well when you're actually on the bike doing what it's designed for. Another thing to mention with this suit, Richa have actually, with the Collarado trousers, they've given us 3 leg lengths. So you've got small or short, regular and long. You don't often get that with suits, only the really expensive ones. So, you know, Richa have really thought of everything with this suit, and I just can't fault it. I have ridden in the rain with it, and I can tell you that it has kept me absolutely bone dry up to yet. I've done no long tours in it yet. I'm planning to do so over the next couple of weeks, so I might come back with a little add-on to let you know how it goes on for long days in the rain. However, I've ridden it for about an hour in fairly heavy rain. I wouldn't say very heavy, but quite heavy rain, and it kept me absolutely perfectly dry. So, are you tempted? Let me know in the comments. I'd just like to say thank you to everybody for subscribing and keeping the faith of the channel. Got more stuff coming up. As I said, I've got more touring videos coming up. I've also got more kit reviews coming up. I bought some Gerbing heated clothing. I'm going to be reviewing that. And I've also got the follow-up to the Revit Discovery H2O boots, now that I've had a chance to get out on the bike and ride in some rain with them, break them in a little bit. So I'll be letting you know how I've gone on with that as well. So ding the notifications bell, subscribe, and you'll be the first to see all that footage coming up. Once again, thanks for subscribing. All that's left to say is Bike Rider Reviews out. Ride safe.